Garrett Wilson, get in the bag. We're here again for a third live stream. Already, we haven't even got to the 8 p.m. show, but Garrett Wilson inking a $130 million deal that is $90 million guaranteed, the fourth largest guaranteed money for a wide receiver in the NFL. $13.75 million signing bonus with a $20 million option bonus in year 2 and a $10 million option bonus in year 3. Garrett Wilson, ladies and gentlemen, is going to the moon. And have you ever heard the story about why Garrett Wilson's a monster and why Garrett Wilson loves ball and why he secures bags for a living? Let me show you, let me tell you the little story.
Many wonder what motivates and drives Garrett Wilson.
I mean, Garrett Wilson, to me, is more like a third rounder. Steve, wouldn't you agree? I think, he doesn't belong up there with the top 5, 6, 7 wide receivers, don't you think?
Please report to the moon. Space-time continuum reset.
What channel told you over and over to draft Garrett Wilson as your quiet wide receiver 1 in round 3? What show told you that Garrett Wilson and a few other names, but Garrett Wilson being one of them, is the best secret weapon wide receiver 1 in round 3? Go RB, robust RB, Garrett Wilson, round 3. Do it live, this channel. That's right, the Fantasy Football Show begins right now.
Live from the FantasyFootballShow.com studios. It's the Fantasy Football Show. Live! Monday through Friday, 8 p.m. Eastern. Smitty is also live whenever news breaks.
Garrett Wilson to the moon. Now, this is good and bad. It's good to see our boy secure the bag. It's good to see yet another bag piece of news here, where a player that we love so much that's earned the bag gets the bag. But, this is going to increase his value. Just like we said, Kyren Williams will see increased value because of his contract once that contract goes down. And I kind of feel like this Garrett Wilson deal could nudge the Rams into doing a deal, because this is going to make even running backs who have a different market, they're going to react. They're going to want more money. Agents are going to get greedy. Agents are involved. And when an agent is involved, they want money and they tell the player, I got this, relax. And the player just kind of sits back and then it becomes a mess. So I could definitely see Kyren Williams potentially getting his contract really, really quickly off the back of this. And then we'll be back doing yet another breaking news video. But Garrett Wilson, there's one thing, if you haven't learned from me yet, there's one thing that the big contracts do, is they raise ADP.
Stock on the rise.
Because people are going to conversate about it. Now Garrett Wilson is going to be talked about by everybody for a couple days. And what's that going to do? Well, what do you think about him? Oh, I like him. And the fact that the team's investing heavily in him, he's going to be excited. He's playing now on this big contract out to prove everybody, wrong, that he does deserve this bag, etc., etc. There's a lot of confidence instilled in a contract like this. There's a lot of people that say, you know what, I'm willing to get on this train maybe when they weren't willing to get on it, because it just makes them feel more secure, safe, and sound. So expect his ADP to climb. Garrett Wilson's had roughly like a 3.1 to 3.5 ADP on Underdog. I imagine that climbs to the top end of that and then maybe scales into round 2 a little bit. So this might become something along the lines of a 2.9 to 3.1 ADP. We still get him at this floor value, which now becomes you could say the furthest you get him, but now his floor ADP will be 2.9. His height of ADP will be 3.1. So it'll just shift over. I don't think he climbs anything crazy because nothing substantial has happened other than he's got the bag. But that's a significant thing that's going to cause a lot of people to have knee-jerk reactions. So, it is something that you need to make sure you're considering, monitoring, and expecting, to be an impact driver in his ADP. So, honestly, I still think there's just such value in Garrett Wilson this year. This kind of sucks in a way. You know, we're so high in him. He's a monster. People are now going to, I don't know, bump him up a little bit. It does suck. You know, even when like Joe Burrow got his contract, it had a moment of time where people were just like, well, okay, but Burrow, he got paid. I'm going to draft him. And it just increased his value a little bit. Every player. But Garrett Wilson, Kyron, they're going to increase in value off the backs of the contracts. It's just the nature of it. Phone lines are open. Dial in. Let's talk Garrett Wilson. A little Quinshawn Judkins, if you will, and then Juwan Jennings, if you want to talk more about that.
Call into the show. Call into the show.
Third live stream already today. Third live stream today already on the channel. We haven't even hit the 8 p.m. show yet. We're going to have minimum five shows tonight. One graveyard show. And I can't imagine I'm going to cancel that one. I could. It's possible, but I probably won't. So that'll be a graveyard show, 8 p.m. show, and then 3 breaking news shows prior to the 8 p.m. show, this being the third of the 3. If you missed the Juwan Jennings live stream, go check that out. If you missed the Quinshawn Judkins update legal situation live stream that we broke today because more news came out, the report shows that there was a striking of the lip and nose area, chin, and also on the arm and the leg, and bruising, photos of bruising on the face, photos of bruising on, I believe, the leg it was. So not good news for Quinshawn Judkins, but good news for this man, Garrett Wilson, who's going to cook in 2025. And we're the ones that have been talking this guy up, baby.
Let him cook.
You are live, young man. What is your name and where are you calling from?
Hey, what's up? It's Mo from Bronco Country.
Mo from Bronco Country. What's up, Mo?
Chilling. Hope you're having a good day. Calling in because I had a question. It might be related to Garrett Wilson, but I'm curious because I've never played best ball. Do tight ends have the ability in best ball to enter a flex spot?
It depends on the contest you're in, bro. But like an underdog, yeah. You could have a tight end be your flex play, sure. It's
gotcha.
just can't be.
Yeah, so nice. Yeah, so in that case, it sort of entices me to, go robust RB more often if the chance comes up, because if you're getting Garrett Wilson in the third round, and then you end up with 2 really good tight ends, maybe you end up with Kelsey and Ingram or something like that. And you don't necessarily have to worry too much about your wide receiver 2 spot.
No, you do, because your wide receiver, you start 3 wide receivers in at least underdog, and then a flex. So you still need 3 wide.
Oh, got you.
Yeah. Make sure you look at the details of they'll show it in the. If you click the little info button, it'll show you.
Gotcha. Word. No, that's good. That's good notes. So yeah, in that case, it would be the wide receiver 3 then. That you might be able to punt that a little bit further down the road. And no, because you're required to start 3 wide receivers. Well, what I'm saying is that you could feel more comfortable with a wide receiver 3 that might be a flex play, because that you're going to get good production from both Kelsey and Ingram.
Yes, but you're still, just to clarify, you're still going to need to required to start 3 wide receivers. Your flex is going to be your 4th player. You have 2 mandatory running. Yeah. So I don't know about making it feel very comfortable about having a weak wide receiver 3. The thing about best ball, bro, just to kind of stop you there, is that you're drafting like 6 wide receivers, maybe 7. So you have to really make sure that you have a very good rotation going on through bye weeks and injuries of the 3 required wide receiver spots. So you don't really have the luxury of doing necessarily what you're saying. It helps out with your flex spot, but it's still, you're almost not able to do as much of what you're saying, just because you have to cover those 3 spots, and it's hard enough to do with 6 wide receivers, or 7.
Right, but, true, yeah, especially if you have common bye weeks.
All right, anything on this topic, bro?
No, yeah. So I didn't have more to do with Garrett Wilson. I also love the Garrett Wilson pick at the third round. So I was seeing if maybe that would be a solid option. But yeah, never played best ball, so appreciate you going into detail.
Man. Garrett Wilson, third round, baby. Third round. Go do a draft now while you can before it's too late.
Right, yeah. Gotta smash it.
Third round. Smash it. All right, bro. Later. Call back if you got another.
Yeah, take care.
All right. Dial in. Appreciate everybody in the building. And I'll answer as many Garrett Wilson, Quinshon Judkins, and Jennings questions as I can. Try to keep it on topic. No offense to anybody calling in about their selfish topic, but right now, we're literally breaking news, not talking about kickers and flex spots and things like that. So dial in with anything that's on topic, and then we'll move from there. Also, I jumped in. I normally do not do drafts during this show, but I want to see where Garrett Wilson's going. So it looks like we got. Let me jump into this draft. I want to jump into a mania. There we go. We already got in actually. Okay, so here's the draft. Let me put it up on screen. I'll be jumping back and forth between this draft and just the main screens here. So just hold on 1 second. Draft begins. I've got the 2-pick Best Ball Mania. Here we go. I'm on the clock. Let's go with Bijan, baby. Bijan at the 2. Bijan at the 2. Let me see if I can expand this out. There we go. Okay. So we should be able to get Garrett Wilson in this draft from either one of these 2 picks. We'll see how it plays out. I'll swing back over there in a second once we're on the clock. Phone lines are open. Dial in.
Call into the show. Call into the show.
We got a trade topic on Garrett Wilson. Just traded Garrett Wilson this morning. Gave up J-Mo and Jarquez Hunter and a 26 first rounder. I'm fine with that. I know some people love J-Mo, but I think J-Mo is a glorified wide receiver 2 on a team. Very good wide receiver 2, but he's not even the second option on his team for targets. So don't love J-Mo as much as the average bear. Smitty, only 2 of second round draft picks have signed contracts, 30 holdouts. Bro, the real thing to talk about is the fact that Quinshon Judkins has not signed his contract. So what happens with that? Are the Browns smart enough to make sure there's nothing sitting out there and they've rescinded everything that was sitting there for the taking? Hopefully. And I don't know. This is one of those situations where Judkins may not be on the team. I'm not saying that that's exactly how it's going to play out. I'm just saying it's a possibility people need to prepare for. Jamar Chase went number 1. These are 22nd drafts. Bijan Robinson went number 2 to me. My number 1 overall player right now. I've been drafting him at 1 right now. I've drafted so many Jamar Chase shares already. I've switched over to trying to build the best Bijan teams I can. Because right now at the 1 pick, he is the best player available to me. At the 2 pick, he's the best player available to me. At the 3 pick, he's the best player. Anytime he's available, since he's my number 1, he's the best player available. So we're smashing the Bijan teams. Chargers are placing wide receiver Mike Williams on the PUP. Surprise, surprise. JJ went 3, Lamb went 4, Puka went 5, Gibbs 6, Barkley 7, McCaffrey 8, Neighbors 9, BT 10, Derrick Henry 11, Nico 12, Genty 13, Amon-Ra 14, Devon Achane 15, Drake London 16. So we'll circle back once on the clock there and do it live. Smitty, I have BTJ. Guy would trade Lamb for BTJ, but wants my first rounder. I don't know if I'm giving first rounders for that swap, bro. BT's pretty damn good. I think he's being overly greedy. Offer him a couple seconds. I'll give up all the seconds I had. But that's it. I love Lamb, but BTJ is fantastic. the apocalypse may start, but he will be streaming the breaking news. If the apocalypse happens, I'll be live on that too. So don't worry about that. Travis, you are live, young man. Good to see you.
Hey, what's up? How you been?
Good. I almost timed out there. I went ahead. I'm gonna push it. Bucky got drafted, unfortunately. I really wanted Bucky there. I'm going to punt Garrett Wilson because I don't want you guys to not see him fall to the 3.2 here. I don't want to be responsible for that. So let's see if he falls. Let's see if the news will make this guy take him here. Then we'll have a real idea of whether he's moving past that 2-3 turn. D. Higgins, okay. So Garrett Wilson is 1, 2, 3, the 4th ranked player down right now, and this is before nothing's affected. The Garrett Wilson news hasn't affected this ADP data. He's the 4th ranked player down. My guess is that he goes above Chase Brown and Jacobs, who are the next 2 ADP spots, and Marvin Harrison Jr., and then it was Garrett Wilson. I think Garrett Wilson, because of this news, just because people are weird like that, he climbs to 3.2 or 3.3, nearly guaranteed. That's only a couple spots too, but that's a phenomenal here. Bijan, Trey McBride, and Garrett Wilson.
Yeah, that's awesome. Fell to you. I think probably within the next couple days or whatever, he'll be jumping up into a late second.
Yeah,
maybe not. But,
he could.
And it's funny too, because honestly, like, yeah, this contract. For guys, like, you get a big contract, you can relax a little, not think about that. That's not on your mind. But with or without the contract, I think he's still going to be the
same player. Like, nothing changes.
Yeah.
But
like,
the thing about
getting his money one way or another.
Yeah, the thing about it is kind of like, you know, there are people out there that haven't talked about him much. And maybe somebody that hasn't been in it for a while, right? Looking at football, looking at content. They don't hear about him, so they I know, I think he probably have a good year, right? Is anybody talking about him? I just got back into everything, Smitty. I've been partying, and I haven't paid attention. I haven't got my magazine in the mail yet, and I'm sitting here waiting for content. And so they may have missed any, even if everybody on earth that created content talked about him, these people have not seen it. So the casuals, the veterans and sharks like us, we already draft him. We already draft him at 3.2, 3.3 without a hesitation, even if we're reaching 4 or 5 picks. But the casual now is going to hear nothing but, yeah, we talked about Garrett Wilson here. I like Garrett Wilson. Yeah, I've always liked Garrett Wilson. And everyone's going to just hear Garrett Wilson, Garrett Wilson, Garrett Wilson. And then now he's going to climb. So no matter what, this stuff affects ADP. Prepare to pay the price. He's going to the 2-3 turn, almost guaranteed. Almost guaranteed. Because you know what MHJ doesn't have? Anything fresh being talked about in regards to MHJ. Jacobs doesn't have anything fresh being stirred around. So Garrett Wilson, of those guys where he's already sitting there in the ADP bucket, he's the only one that's being like, wow, it's a nice little piece of news. Hearing a whole bunch of Garrett Wilson talk.
Yeah, it's a good point that, you know, when a player isn't in the news, and then on top of it, you have the Fields doubters that just, you know, don't like Fields, don't think he can, you know, they can't separate the NFL from the fantasy with Fields either, because regardless, with Fields' ability to run, he doesn't have to throw for 4,000 yards to be effective. We saw it to a T with DJ Moore.
Yeah.
And this is a better situation if you ask me.
Yeah, I'm on the clock here in a second, and I've got a decision to make here. I got DJ Moore, no thank you. Jalen Hurts, Joe Burrow, George Pickens, Travis Hunter. I usually do go Travis here. So Garrett Wilson, Travis Hunter, Bijan, Trey McBride, Jalen Hurts is there, Burrow is there, Kamara is there, Mims is there. Mims. Mixon, I meant. Sorry, I don't know why I said Mims. Mixon's there. I don't take Mixon anyway. Chuba Hubbard, George Pickens, I said Cortland Sutton is like the third listed player. I'm not taking him here. I like him, but this is why I don't draft Sutton, is there's so many big players still on the board. So I need a RB. Do I go Kamara? I don't have a lot of shares of Kamara. Do I go Chuba? Do I go Walker? Or do I just smash the Burrow value here? Or the Hurts value?
Yeah.
I don't have a lot of Hurts.
Oh, go Hurts. Yeah,
Let's do that.
I like that.
Fantasy-wise, he's still a top 5, quarterback monster. When we start talking about Hurts' ability to throw and the tush push getting removed the next year, dynasty value, all that, that's a different conversation. But I definitely don't mind drafting Hurts in fantasy football right now. And I don't mind Bully Q being Hurts with like a Mahomes later, which I probably will do. But we'll see what happens and who falls. So this is a good little start here. Bijan going hero RB. And again, hero RB, guys, doesn't mean I plan to go hero RB. When you go a strategy, you really, the ultimate drafter will say, I guess I'm going hero RB. They won't say I'm drafting hero RB. They will say, that's funny. Look what I'm drafting, because you're not trying to cement anything in. You're trying to take the value as it comes. You're staying loose and liquid and doing it live. So this team right here is pretty straight fire. Bijan, McBride, Garrett Wilson, Travis Hunter, Jalen Hurts. I like it. I don't think I'll get some of the players I usually draft here. Henderson could fall, but probably won't. Debo could fall. Running backs that I'm going to be left with would be like Monty, maybe Pacheco. Judkins hasn't fallen yet. I think I might, this might be one of those things where I just keep punting RB even a little bit later. I don't know, and I go with like a Sharps and
Yeah. We talked about that last week. How you might try when we were talking about Pacheco, right?
yeah. So as far as Quinshon Judkins, you didn't call in earlier, so curious to know what you think on the Judkins front.
I mean, it doesn't look good. I'm always like, innocent until proven guilty, and I want to see the picture and the timestamp and all that stuff. Because I just think about the baseball player Trevor Bauer, who got completely screwed over with a fake picture, and it was almost like a honeypot type deal where they were trying to get money off of him. So you always have to take it with a grain of salt. But, I mean, things are stacking up pretty negatively right now. And the fact that, I forget who was that called earlier, the guy who used to be a cop, the fact that he said they were willing to arrest him with probable cause 5 days later, there had to have been something substantial there.
Yeah.
For them to do that when she was already removed from the situation, so they're not together or whatever. Five days later, they had to have seen something.
Yeah. Let's see here. Trey Henderson's gone. RJ Harvey's gone. Running backs that I could grab in order are Caleb Johnson, DeAndre Swift, Isaiah Pacheco. Let's see. Do I have? Actually, I might have this. Hold on. Yeah, I can put this on screen here. Let me just crop it back into view. Okay, so here are the available players in order. I'll put that over here. So Debo, running backs are Caleb Johnson, DeAndre Swift, Pacheco, Quinshon Judkins, Pollard, Aaron Jones. Let's
see.
The Debo just got snagged. I guess I could go. I'm gonna time out here, so I'm just gonna grab Mahomes so I don't time out.
Yeah.
I don't know that I love Debo got snagged. I don't know if we might be in some Snipeville here. How did Debo go that early?
Caleb or Pacheco wouldn't be too bad in the spot.
Yeah.
I don't know if there's, other guys you've mentioned further down that you like, though.
Yeah, Sharp, those guys are too low. Pacheco isn't bad, and then we just grab the KC crew. Let me merge Rock out in here. Hold on one second. Let's see here. Is there a better option though?
Diggs got rid of Cardi B, so he's back.
Yeah, I'll go Pacheco here.
Yeah, I like Pacheco.
I think it's pretty safe as long as I cuff him to Brashard Smith, who I love more than Isaiah Pacheco, but this feels pretty safe. I know a lot of people like Caleb. I'm just not a Caleb Johnson guy. I just there's no way I'm buying into Arthur Smith and the vanilla offense.
That's the problem, yeah.
And Warren's such a good pass catcher. I mean, everybody's got to relax on this Caleb Johnson stuff. I know they want it as bad as they wanted Quinshon Judkins. Look at that. So, not saying that Caleb Johnson's going to get into some trouble. I'm just saying that I'm not on that. There's so many things that got to line up for it to work out. I'm not drafting Caleb here. Pacheco, at least I can cuff, and I know they're going to have one RB. They're going to have one RB in Pittsburgh. They're going to have two.
Andy says, what does stackless Mahomes do for you?
What is stackless Mahomes? What does stacking always have to do with winning, bro? No, it doesn't. It can help you, and it doesn't have to. You don't draft a player because you don't have a piece of it. You're regurgitating what you're hearing. Somebody told you that, and you're just rinsing and repeating it. There's nothing more silly than when someone comes in here and says something like, "You drafted Jamar Chase and you don't have Burrow. You can't win. It's unbelievable. Like there's no way Josh Allen can hang at the right times and this work out for you. Like you don't even know what I'm doing yet. I got Pacheco. I might grab potentially Kelsey. So you don't even know what's going on. You walk in and you just repeat something you hear. Rock out your life. Ooh. Stacking. You are stacking.
Yeah.
What? What's up, Rock out?
Yeah, it's pretty good. Wilson gets that contract. It's insurance for sure. Even though we already knew he was that type of player, but I think it low key is it's a good benchmark for Terry McLaurin. Not saying he's gonna get his contract, but it's a good move for him as far as getting like a comparable type of player.
Yeah. Brian says AJB, Achane, Tyreek, Ladd, Garrett Wilson. Which three do you keep? Garrett Wilson, Ladd, and definitely a Ladd and Achane based on the ADP values, but you could throw either one of the receivers. I'm taking Achane. You're going to have to decide for yourself which three of the receivers you want. AJB, Garrett Wilson, and Ladd are all right there, bro. You probably have a little bit better chance drafting Garrett Wilson back. So maybe you keep AJB, Ladd, and Achane, and then if you really want Garrett Wilson, there's a really strong chance you can still draft him back. The other guys you won't be able to probably get. So I'm going to go ahead and say that as hard it is to say on a Garrett Wilson live stream, your odds are better getting him back in a draft. And the trade value is tremendous for Ladd McConkey right now. All right, almost on the clock. I like Jordan Mason here. Jordan Mason, Charbonnet. Wide receivers, I'm not necessarily in need of a wide receiver right here. Michael Pittman, perfect. Thank you for not taking Jordan Mason. So we got Pacheco and Mason with Bijan. Not bad.
I like Mason there.
Yeah. All right, let's see what we get on this turn. This is where I get.
Hurts and the Holmes don't have the same bye week, right?
No, the 9 and 10. Hurts is 9. I'm probably gonna roll as much as I want Kyler here. Well, I can do whatever I want. Kelsey's here. I like that. I got to choose between Kelsey and Kyler. I think I'll go. I'm McBride, though. 9 seconds. Kelsey.
Oh, right.
Kelsey or
Kyler.
All right. So we're gonna smash the McBride and Kyler. We've got the best quarterback room by far in this entire draft. We're sitting pretty good at wide receiver 1 and 2. We just don't have a strong 3 yet. But Igbuka win, and I'm not interested in any of these guys over the running backs. And honestly, Bijan, Pacheco, Mason's feeling pretty solid actually. I like it.
And I guess I'll say I didn't want to say it if you might be taking him, but I don't think you were going to take Trey Harris. His outlook just got better because they put Mike Williams on the pup list.
Yeah, he probably won't make it back to me, but
because I mean, Mike Williams isn't a big deal, but he was with that system, and Herbert knows him, so that just put another wrench in the number of targets that receivers could have got. So with him on pup now, it gives Trey Harris a little chance, maybe the tight end.
Yeah. Andy, I know you start 3 wide receivers. Thank you, Andy, for going to the car dealer mechanic shop and telling him that the cars take oil. Thanks, Andy. It's like, Andy, what are you doing, bro? You draft.
You gotta watch more shows.
You draft the way you draft. I'll draft the way I draft. You don't. If it bothers you, no one's forcing you to watch it. As for Judkins, I'll say this: the moment that this thing gets even remotely worse, I would say the odds of him even being on the team, or let's say it this way, being on the field in week 1, I think get dangerously close to that. The odds are more likely he's not than he is. I think right now we're still need to be not get ahead of our skis and still understand that there's a chance this could swing the other way. Just with one attorney coming out and saying my client's going to prove that, and then everyone's like, wait a minute. So we're dangerously close to it going one way or the other. But one piece of bad news more, and I'm going to say that the odds of him being on the field in week 1 are less likely than being on the field in week 1. And that's just the closest we can get to projecting and predicting things, because we don't have all of the facts, and anybody suggesting they have more of a line on this thing, they don't. There's a lot of ambiguity. Thank you, Brian.
Yeah, and it does kind of seem like he could end up on that exempt list sooner than later.
Come on, Trey Harris. Trey Harris is still on the board. Come on, Trey Harris. Don't take Trey Harris. Yes.
Nice.
He's a great third receiver in this situation. All right, let me swing down the. Let me scroll real quickly. Hold on. Holston Loveland just went. Next up, I'm gonna grab. Man, do I go Luther Burden? Mute yourself, please, Scott. Your reverb is very loud. Do I go Luther Burden, or he's a good pick here, given I'm so late.
I like that Harris and Burden combo there. Two rookies with upside. Kind of had your bet.
Okay, so we got Hunter. We got 3 rookie wide receivers, which I love. I love it. I'm all about it. Martinez says Judkins 90% here. Or no, 19%. Sorry, 19%. Bruce is 95% what, Bruce? 95% what?
That he was talking. Someone asked him. Well, he said he had 65% Judkins. And someone asked him how much of that is tough to Sampson. And he said 95% of that's tough to Sampson. So you know it sucks. Obviously losing that player, but he covered himself at least.
Man, I wish Ray Davis would fall. Yeah, this team is definitely a risky team, but it's fun. You land these receivers, and that's going to be, what the team hinges upon. So I have Bijan, Trey McBride, Garrett Wilson, Travis Hunter, Jalen Hurts, Pat Mahomes, Isaiah Pacheco, Jordan Mason, Kyler, Trey Harris, Luther Burden.
You think when this next pick really go any way you want?
Ray Davis, if he's there. Trey Benson, I like. Isaiah Likely, but I don't know that I need him. Isaac Guerrero is nice. Tillman's pretty good. Lee Gett.
What about Hollywood?
Did he go? He's there. Yeah. Yeah, Hollywood would be nice. That's a good one. We'll see if Hollywood or Kyle Williams or Ray Davis fall. Those would be the top options, I think. Hollywood's right there, the third spot. It looks like Ray Davis just went. Guerrero and Hollywood. Here. Yeah, there goes Hollywood. Guerrero is not bad.
We shouldn't have said
anything. Blue. Yeah, I don't know who's in here, but Palmer.
I looked at it wrong. I thought you were coming the other way.
I like Pat Bryant. I know it's another rookie, but I love banking on rookies. Kyle Williams. I like Tillman a little bit, Cedric Tillman, but I don't know if I like to bank on the freaking Cleveland Browns, man.
Yeah.
Hey, Smitty.
Yeah.
With this contract, don't you think this helps like the contract talks with McLaurin? It's like a benchmark.
Unfortunately, for the Commanders, yeah, it could put a wrench in the situation, bro, for sure. Let me just see. Hold on one second. Let me make a selection here. I'll go Trey Benson. And then I'm either going to go Pat Bryant or punt Pat Bryant down. I don't think I'm going to get him. I might. He'll be a little bit overdue on ADP here. My running backs are decent. Bijan, Pacheco, Mason, Benson. Yeah, this isn't my favorite team. I'll admit. I'll go Pat Bryant here. Not my favorite team.
The board kind of fell funny.
Yeah,
guys.
It happens.
Yep.
You take a few stabs, and things don't fall right. Like Ibuka went. I think I got some snipers in here. Ibuka went really, really early. Sometimes doing a draft that I announce we're jumping in, and in this case I didn't, but I saw a few people said they're in it. So it feels the same. You trying something weird, it doesn't always work when you're drafting with your followers. But that's okay.
John was asking, should I trade Keon Coleman in a 26 early second for Judkins? Then he said, can I even get that? I don't know which side of the trade he's on.
Say it again?
Keon Coleman in a 2026 second rounder for Judkins. I guess which side do you like better?
Coleman in a second?
Oh, in a second, yeah, for Judkins.
Judkins. I think it's pretty close. I mean, I think you have there's upside here. There's upside here for sure, because if this thing does, like I said, swing in a different direction with one piece of news, then all of a sudden you have a value.
Right.
But this could also go in the direction where he could never play in the league. I mean, anybody that thinks that that's not a possibility, he has not yet signed his rookie contract, and Isaiah Bond is currently not on a team for the same type of situation. Which it might be even lesser of a situation in some respects because of the way that there's like pictures and evidence of the situation for Judkins. I'd probably say, Aline Coleman.
I was gonna say, yeah, I kind of lean that way, but I mean, you'd hate to walk away from Judkins if this is going to be one of those type of things that drags out till next year, or they wait for the courts to process it. You know, it does seem like though that it's moving faster than other things too.
Yeah, it does feel like it could go speedy quick in any direction. Speedy quick.
I guess the best thing to say is, are you okay if Judkins plays this year with that deal? You know,
yeah.
If you're not going to be able to live with that, don't do it.
Mm-hmm.
But if you're panicked to get something for him, do it.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't like my draft. So this is my worst draft. They see me draft. Yeah, I mean, that happens. If I draft 100 times, one of them will be the worst. So it definitely doesn't feel like the greatest draft. It happens. Not
you got a super chat.
Not everything is a home run. And I even timed out as we were talking. Who did I get? I timed out on Strange. That's strange. Yeah, I'm not even a big fan of this team at all. Super chat.
A lot of risk.
Super chat here. Wilson or 1.5 in Dynasty, 12 team start 9. Wilson or 1.5 in Dynasty, 12 team start 9. Wilson. Pretty easily.
Yeah.
Like, really not even that close of a question, bro.
Yeah, Wilson might get like 170, 180 targets this year. Because he's consistently gotten right around 150 all 3 years he's been in the league. That's, with
just think about this, and I have this right here for this very, very reason. So if we were to we did this with Kyron, and we put Kyron right around 4 to 5 overall. If Kyron was cut and dropped into the rookie draft, if he was the only veteran that got dropped in, and if we play that same game with Garrett Wilson and he's cut and he drops into the rookie draft, Garrett Wilson to me, we've got Genty ahead of Garrett Wilson. We have probably Travis Hunter, in my book, being really, really close, but this is a very arguable thing. Hampton, very arguable. Harvey. I would say Wilson's right around I'll put him not right at 2, but I would say he's tied with the second spots, maybe even in between 2 and 3. So if you had Garrett Wilson on the board and you're drafting at number 2, I'd certainly consider it.
I would take Wilson over Hunter. I think Hunter maybe has a slightly higher ceiling, but if Hunter becomes Garrett Wilson, he's a great receiver.
That's why I put
happy.
That's why I put it in between, just because I don't think he's the lock to, but he certainly needs to be in the conversation, and you need to sit there and break it down. So, if he got cut, this is arguably the second overall player. You're not taking him over Genty, though. But you talk about 1.5, of course, he's worth this. If he's worth this, he's worth that. So that's an easy call. Good question, though. All right, let me go around the phone line real quickly. Scott, you're live. All right, he's not there. Joel, you're live.
Yo, what's up? How we doing?
What's up, Joel?
So the Garrett Wilson, I think he's way overpaid. Like, he's a really good receiver. So I just don't know how he's gonna play this season with getting that much money. I'm not saying he's gonna.
So
have
what are
a
you
bad
talking?
season.
What are you talking about? That's the most backwards thinking I've ever heard in my life. You don't see how he's going to play this year because of the money? What are you talking about?
When a receiver gets paid, that he's getting
Finish
the
him.
fifth most. I'm pretty sure. Fifth, sixth most.
Call terminated.
Bro, it doesn't even make sense. Bro calls in, doesn't even make sense. I don't see how he can play this year at that month. What the hell is he talking about? That's one of the most backwards statements I've ever heard. It's gonna be too heavy. His purse will be too heavy. He's got one of those man bags full of cash. It'll get in the way. He won't be able to play ball, Smitty. I'm telling you. Who else is on the phone line here? We've got
someone in the chat was saying that too. Oh, he's not going to try anymore. He just got paid.
Well, that's a little different than what he just said. And second of all, if that's what he meant.
Yeah.
You think Garrett Wilson thinks like that? Come on. Garrett Wilson is not that kind of guy. He's super ultra competitive. Guy's never missed a game.
Yeah.
You know, we're really going to play that game with Garrett. You're really going to generalize Garrett Wilson. Joel, you have no evidence that Garrett Wilson's the kind of player that will just give up and not play because he got paid. You just heard someone else say that, Joel, and you just came on here to repeat it for him. Dear Smitty, I've got something I need to read to you. I mean, something I memorized. I heard that sophomore QBs like JD5 are going to slump. I heard that. And I also heard when you get paid, you quit. It's happened before, so it has to be everybody else. Everybody else is going to do the same thing. Hold on. Scott, last time we went to you weren't there. Are you ready? Are you prepared?
I was talking, you didn't hear me. So
no, you probably muted yourself, and you didn't unmute yourself. But go ahead, Scott. Trying to blame the phone line.
It was the phone line.
No, it wasn't.
On the pup list being put on it this early in the summer, it doesn't mean you're missing games at the beginning, right?
No, they take you off the pup list at the end of camp. If they take you off the pup list at the end of camp, they want to carry extra bodies, look at extra players, see who they want to keep. And then right when camp ends, right before week 1, they either take you off or leave you. So in the case of what?
I got it. That's right. I couldn't think how that worked for some reason right now. As soon as you started into it, you cleared it up.
Like just like talking about offensive line concerns with the Bucs and such. Like that decision can be made right before week 1 whether the Bucs will be out.
Well, when whoever mentioned that Mike Williams was being put on the pup list, that's what made me think about it, because I've been drafting a shit ton of Trey Harris, in the 14th, 15th round, and that excited me. So,
all right.
Anyway,
anything else?
No. Have a good one.
All right, thanks. What's your take? What's your take on Garrett Wilson before you leave?
Garrett Wilson, Vegas lines have Wilson really low, 4.5 touchdowns. 900 yards.
Okay, so put the higher.
Fields at 25-50 and 14 touchdowns.
So maybe put the higher.
What the ceiling is.
So maybe put the higher. So maybe put on the higher there.
Well, you can take the higher. That's true, but it's also
good.
Vegas is very good at what they do.
No, Scott. Vegas has nothing to do with it. The lines move by the people. It has nothing to do. Vegas isn't good at making the line in this case. If 100,000 people walk in right now and put money on the over, they'll move the line because of it. They want equal number.
They want both sides.
They want both sides.
But the lines don't move that much.
Okay. Don't put the over then, Scott. On 5 touchdowns, Garrett Wilson 5 touchdowns. The disrespect that you've just publicly shown Garrett Wilson right
He's
now is insane.
Last year was the first time he got more than 5 touchdowns.
You can't always be scared.
Look who's throwing the ball.
It's not Garrett, it's Fields.
Fields is
Throwing
great.
the
Oh,
touchdown.
he just turned DJ Moore into a top 5 wide receiver. What are you talking about?
Well, I get that he did. Yes, I understand that.
Go put $3
I
on the
just-
fire.
I'm a little leery on him.
I know you are. You're scared.
In the middle of the third round.
You're scared. It's okay.
Fourth round, fine. The third just seems like a high price tag.
Third round too high
But
for
I'm
Garrett
not
Wilson?
that way anyway.
Finish him.
Jeez. What kind of world are we in right now? It's Mickey Mouse
It
world.
must be tough being scared all the time.
I know. he's,
Come on, Scott.
the poor guy. I mean, that's a lot of pressure. Be that scared all the time. the third round scaring young Garrett Wilson. Garrett Wilson's winning leagues in the third round, Scott. Where he should maybe be scaring you is when he climbs into the second round, Scott. Then and only then are you allowed to call on and be scared. Right now, my 4-year-old is less scared than you about Garrett Wilson in the third round.
That was the most obvious quote, is that Garrett Scott is weary.
Wary, yeah. Wary Scott. The fourth round I can understand. Of course you could understand the fourth round, Scott. The fourth round would be gold. He's like, we're gonna jump into this. We're gonna redeem ourselves here. We're gonna jump into an eliminator. And for those of you saying, Smitty, why didn't you let me in? Sometimes I do drafts without you guys because I don't think it's productive to get into a draft with all of my people and then have all of my players get taken. You know, not
we've
just
talked about it before.
Yeah.
Like we love the community, but they're a bunch of maniacs.
Yeah.
I wouldn't want it any other way.
Yeah, it doesn't. I mean, the
Little.
2 or 3 people that, because there's a lot of randoms in the draft too. You can't consume the whole draft, but the 2 or 3 people that do get in, like, good for them. But what about the thousands of people that rewatch the show and they don't get to see a good draft? All right, I'm gonna go lamb chops here. Lamb or JJ?
Ooh, I don't know.
I'll just go.
What do you got? You know,
I do a lot of lamb drafting.
Dynasty is lamb.
We'll just do lamb chops on this one. Actually, I can move this over here. What else do we got? Any news popping right now?
Take a look around. I was going to ask, Rockout had mentioned, I think it was Rockout that mentioned about the Terry McLaurin deal. Like, you got to think, if you got 90 guaranteed, McLaurin's going to want, at least 75 guaranteed, something like 70 million guaranteed. And then,
it'll only be a 3-year deal, though.
3-year deal. But what is it? 3 years at
Like
40 million?
Well, here's the other thing, too, is this kind of craps on Juwan Jennings. Even though Juwan Jennings is not going to, McLaurin and Juwan are not going to get Garrett Wilson's deal, but it does affect it. It affects everybody below gets affected because the baselines of everything get brought up. And so if Garrett Wilson gets 90 million guaranteed, and that's, one of the highest ever for a wide receiver, guess what happens? Juwan Jennings' guaranteed money now goes up a little bit. Even if it's a much smaller amount, it still goes up. Because now you look at things in terms of like averages. So the top 5 wide receivers guaranteed money just increased. Just like the franchise tag will now change because of this contract, the future franchise tag. So everything's affected by it. So Garrett Wilson getting 90 million guaranteed absolutely increased the value of McLaurin, even if the Commanders didn't want that to be the case. The Commanders should have probably signed McLaurin before that deal dropped, because now the Commanders, I can guarantee you, are going to overpay.
Yeah. They're kind of stuck. They kind of have to.
Yeah.
Well, at least it won't be at that 36 million what internet was spitting out.
Man, I like Brock Bowers here, but I'm gonna go Rashee Rice. I hope I don't get stuck without the running backs that I want here, but I typically love balance, but Bucky's going earlier and earlier. He's not falling like he was. This will be interesting if I do have to go wide receiver again or McBride or something. Garrett Wilson. It will be very interesting what my running backs will look like here. This is an eliminator. Eliminator, just so you guys know, the bottom 6 teams from week 1 get knocked out completely and they're done. And then the 6 that win, the highest scoring teams in week 1 of the group of 12 that you drafted with, so 6 will advance. And then the 6 advance, and then from week 2 on, it's 1v1. One team versus one team. That's it. And the loser gets knocked off. So every week, half the people are out. Because it's 1v1. Half are out. One in half go forward. And then they match up again against a new team, 1v1. And then half get bumped out all the way down to the final week 17. And then in week 17, there are 3 teams in the final game. So instead of being 1v1, it's 3 people. And the highest scoring one wins. The second place. The third is third place. Kyron Williams falls, so I'm going to take Kyron here. So I've got Lamb, Rashee Rice, Kyron. Feel good about that. It's good.
I like that. Yeah. So I'm just looking at the wide receiver contracts. Look at the yearly amounts, and so what's his name? Just got Wilson got, what was it, 130? So what does that work out to? 32 and a half.
32 and a half.
DK Metcalf is making 32.9, so it's 33 a year. I could see McLaurin saying he wanted like 3 for 100, so 33 a year. And, you know, you think it'll be lower?
I think McLaurin's going to be at 30. But I think what this deal does is gives him more guaranteed money. I don't know that the yearly will change or the annual amount too much, maybe a little bit. But I think what matters now is the 90 million guaranteed. Now we have a new standard.
Yep.
So we will soon see.
They might front load it too.
Yeah, they're gonna have to do something, but. Let me merge this call.
Well,
I'm sorry. Go ahead, Travis. What were you saying?
No, yeah, I was just going to say the fact that it's probably a 3-year deal really isn't a big deal. I mean, you can structure a 3-year contract and front load it like Rocket said, and it's basically a 2-year deal, you know, so it's not going to make or break them.
Yeah. London is mid? No, he's not. London mid. Come on, bro. London might be the 3rd or 4th or 5th. I mean, he's top 5. Top 5 wide receiver. Running backs left.
We took care of that last year.
You what?
I thought we took care of the London haters after last year.
I don't know. All right.
Hey, Smitty, are you high on any of these Jet guys? What do you think is going to happen with
Uber, where you been, bro?
With Fields?
Do I go Kamara here? I don't have a lot of Kamara. I can't stand him. No, Walker. You know what? I'll go Walker here. I don't know if I like that. I like it and I don't. I'm gonna cuff it, but I don't mind cuffing it.
I don't mind it.
I don't care. Kamara's an avoid for me at this value. I wish Hampton would have fallen, but this will be.
Yeah, that's high for Kamara. I think Kamara might be pretty good to start the season, but with how bad that team is around him, he's going to get punished.
I think he gets traded.
Yeah, London haters are wild, bro. It's like such a biased take too. It's such a, especially all the Hollywood, especially you with all your caps, all caps as you're trying to yell your point so that you're looking for attention on it too. Like, bro, no one here is buying your London hate. You could sell it somewhere else.
What has London done?
Stop, Smitty. Stop. you stop. You're the one talking nonsense about London. All right, I'm gonna go a little early Harvey here. So I got Kyron, Kenneth Walker, Harvey. I like that, and then Rice and CD.
Yep,
it's pretty good. Pretty good team. Scuba, what else you got here? Of course, I love the Jet players, bro. Garrett Wilson's the top 5 potential wide receiver. Fields is a top 8 potential quarterback. Breece Hall's got top 5 running back upside, but you don't have to pay anywhere near that. He's a home run, bro. Absolute home run.
Are you looking to cuff him with Allen?
No, I don't need to do that. Not everybody needs to be cuffed.
All right, because I know that Allen, like in those moments that he did show up, he did look pretty good. So I didn't know if he's like one of those guys that you're looking like to grab like certain like handcuffs or anything.
Yeah. Handcuff boards right here. I haven't organized it fully yet, but I'm not. Like Allen's on the board, but it's not anywhere near the top 8 to 10 cuffs in fantasy. You got Ray Davis, Benson, Hooten Bigsby, Garendo, Jaden Blue, and of course Charbonnet. The cuff board is it got bigger fish to fry than trying to worry about cuffing the Jet situation. I don't mind doing it. It's just not something that I need to do.
Oh, no problem. Like I said, I just know, like, because I know that, like Hall. I mean, he's been trying, but like it just seems like whenever he tries to get something going, like it seemed like it was like a Jet problem, or he would just end up getting hurt.
I mean, they fixed that. They got Fields there now. It's a completely different coach. It's going to be a run heavy system. They're going to run the hell out of the damn ball. Fields is going to require a spy, so he'll be completely, containing or keeping the defense honest and interested, while Hall's got wide open rushing lanes and receiving lanes. So it's going to be a whole different thing.
Smitty, did they fire the OC that was there with Rodgers, or did they keep that guy? His scheme wasn't really all that good, unless they.
No, they've cleaned house, and it's going to be a fantastic run-heavy system led by Fields, who's going to impress people with his arm. He's going to throw more than people think. Garrett Wilson's the only show in town at wide receiver, so even if they are run-heavy, doesn't matter. Garrett Wilson's going to consume 100 balls. And not to mention, the dump-offs are going to be fantastic for Breece Hall. Fields checked down the most out of any quarterback last year per start. So people that say that he doesn't check down, that's insanely wild as well.
You're up.
Well, the last I saw, like, Fields like doing good. I mean, it's not like you're saying, like for Wilson to be top 5. You've seen that not that long ago with DJ Moore. DJ Moore ended up having one of his best seasons with Justin Fields. So I think Garrett Wilson could end up doing the same thing that DJ Moore did.
Yep. We talk about it all the time, my boy.
Wilson's better than DJ Moore.
We talk about it all the time, my boy. You can tell you haven't been on the show for a long time. But it's okay. You got to catch up. I get it. I get it.
Well, I mean, I just been catching up with the Patriots and stuff, and because it's like baseball season right now, so I've just been following the Red Sox and everything. So I'm starting to like catch back up into about football mode again.
All right. Appreciate you, bro.
No problem.
All right, this team's looking pretty good. CeeDee Lamb, Rashee Rice, Kyron Williams, Kenneth Walker, R.J. Harvey, Deebo Samuel, Patrick Mahomes. I like it.
Like it, yeah.
I like it too. Mahomes is starting to say that they want to start throwing, be more explosive and start taking shots down the field. So maybe Mahomes might actually bounce back.
Bro, London, just so you know, guys, London haters, anybody saying London's mid or hasn't proven anything, like, you're just feeding into their nonsense. So just let them say whatever they're saying. I don't know where they're getting it, but let them spread the word. Please. Let them spread the word about a top 5 wide receiver that's literally proven he's a top 5 wide receiver. Like, he was the top 5 wide. Like, what do you want? What do you want? I mean, you can call in, Hollywood, if you want to keep talking trash about London, but I'm going to guess that you're unavailable at the current moment. So you could keep talking smack about London, but you got no legs to stand on, but yet you think you do. You're like, stop it. Stop it. Are you kidding me? What's London proven? What's London proven? Everything that he's needed to prove. So, the phone line's open if you'd like to call.
Jonathan's another one.
You are a London hater, Hollywood. You are. You literally just said he's mid. How are you not a London hater when you said he's mid? And said, come on, Smitty, stop. He's not a elite player. He's mid. You're a London hater. You're a London hater. That's what a London hater does.
Jonathan's a London and Wilson hater.
Well, he can call in.
The Jets might try to trade him now. Jets might try to trade Wilson now.
Try to trade. Bro, you know nothing.
London got lucky.
Parker, if you think they're going to try and trade Wilson, you know nothing about football or contracts. Nothing. Like zero. You can't. You're not going to trade a guy just sign a contract. You know the dead cap money? You ever heard of dead cap, bro? It's all going to be. You can't even physically trade a player. You just signed to a new deal, bro. Parker, stop. You're embarrassing yourself. Go get a new tray of meatloaf. Ma's got it ready. Go charge the Game Boy. Come back when you've retooled and refueled. I mean, both of you, it's like babysitting both you and Hollywood. You guys obviously learn a little ball.
If anybody's mid on that offense, I think it's Kyle Pitts. At least Drake London showed up. Kyle Pitts, it seems like we're still waiting for that guy.
Yeah. All right. Anything else, my boy? Anything else, Scuba?
Yeah. The Dallas situation. Are you liking Kyle Pitts, or you just want more of CeeDee Lamb instead of?
Hold on one second.
George Pickens.
Hold on one second.
You want George Pickens shares or?
Go Buka here. I'm gonna go Buka here. I like Kyle Pitts. I'm not oversaturating teams with Kyle Pitts though, but I like him. He's solid. He's solid for the value, the cost of entry. But like, am I consuming tons of Kyle Pitts shares? No, but he's definitely very, very solid at the cost of entry. But could he fail you? Sure, but you're not having to pay top 5 tight end value, so might as well do it.
Yeah, Smitty, I'm sorry. I was trying to say George Pickens, but I was talking about Kyle Pitts before, so it kind of screws me all up. I want to know if you want to get any shares of him too, or
yeah.
Just get everything.
Yeah, I like Pickens, my boy. He's fantastic. Take him in a best ball draft. I don't like him in non-best ball as much, but I love taking Dak, Lamb, and Pickens in best ball, and it's pretty good. Pickens should have a really nice year. 1,000 yards, 7 to 8 touchdowns, 80 balls. Won't be the number 1 on the team, but that's all right. He doesn't need to be. All right, Scuba, call back tonight if you got another one. Appreciate you, bro. Watch some shows, bro. Right, you're asking me stuff we cover every minute. So catch up. We need you to catch up. All right. He's like asking about all Moon Men. You like this guy? You like that guy? I love Scuba. Scuba's the man, but he's got to do some catching up. Let's go Kelsey here. So this team's pretty good so far. CeeDee Lamb, Rashee Rice, Kyron Williams, Kenneth Walker, R.J. Harvey, Deebo Samuel, Patrick Mahomes, Egbuka, and Travis Kelsey. This is a fantastic start to an Eliminator. Now, I need to make sure I'm combing through my bye weeks. I've got Kenneth Walker and Kyron both on a week 8 bye. I got both CeeDee Lamb and Rashee Rice both on a week 10 bye with Kelsey. So I got to be really careful moving forward to make sure I'm covered on the bye weeks because it's Eliminator. So week 10, I don't want to lose to the opponent week 10 because I don't have players playing week 10. So I gotta be really careful. Let me see here. Yeah, I noticed that none of the London haters are calling in. 219, you're live. Because they don't have a leg to stand.
Yeah, what's up, Smitty? I just need 1 second.
Don't let me keep you. Don't let one bad season scare you. I don't know what you're talking about, bro.
Hey, I was just calling to say you've been killing it today.
Thanks,
you
pal.
did what, 3-4 streams today? Just
Yep,
it, man.
This is the third.
So I know you said Alvin Kamara, so you're avoiding him. Who would you go with, Devin Neal or Miller in the backfield?
Neither.
None of them.
Neither. Miller's trash, bro. Miller's had a lot of opportunities to prove himself. They drafted another running back because they literally can't stand him. He can't stay healthy. I know he's got a new staff and everything. They may give him a reset, but I mean, he hasn't been able to do anything, bro. He hasn't been able to learn the offense. He hasn't been able to stay healthy. He's been nothing. The only reason he didn't get cut last year is because he was on a cheap contract. That's the only way. Otherwise, they would have cut him. But Neal's okay, but I just don't think that offense is something you want to invest in anyway.
So you're avoiding Tyler Shuck too?
I'm avoiding what?
So you're avoiding Tyler Shuck in like
oh hell yeah,
Superflex.
Yeah, I don't even want Shuck, bro, at all. I wouldn't pick him up. I'd rather have Jalen Milroe, who I think will be way better than him when he's in there. I think Milroe starts by mid-season. Yeah,
okay.
I mean, are you a
damn
Zach Charbonnet? Just man, I think there's a sniper in here because that guy's taking a couple of them. I think. Damn, that sucks. Charbonnet sniped. It's okay. It's not the end of the world, but definitely a little bit of a nutsack kick right there. But I think I'll go Andrews here. And then
by week 7.
Yeah, so we'll go Andrews there, and I'll see what I'm going to do next. But what was your other question, bro? 7 or 219?
No, that was it, Smitty.
Yeah, I'm just. Are you a Saints fan? Is that what it is? I don't. It's okay if you are.
No, I just had Patrick Mahomes last season, and he was kind of, pulling a couple not too spectacular games. So I was just looking for someone to kind of lean on whenever, if Patrick Mahomes doesn't deliver.
Yeah. Well, Shuck and the Saints aren't somebody you need to turn to, bro. You don't need to go there. From a Superflex perspective, I love Milroe. I like Shadur. I think there's opportunities there, but there's no way I'm going near Shuck. I know there's some people that like Shuck, but I think they've got, they're Saints fans, or they have agendas because they own them in some leagues. But yeah, all right, man. Appreciate you.
All right, bye.
All right, later.
Yeah, I mean, I think Shuck can be like a run-of-the-mill NFL quarterback. I know you're not even that high on him, but I think the Saints took him for like stability this year, and that's about it. I think they're going to be drafting another quarterback next year.
Yeah, this team's really, really solid. The only negative thing at all was not getting Charbonnet, but past that, I mean, it's still very, very solid. And that's my RB 3 anyway. So it's not like the end of the world. Like Harvey, I consider my RB2. I just wanted to draft according to ADP. But CeeDee Lamb, Rashee Rice, Kyron Williams, Kenneth Walker, RJ Harvey, Deebo Samuel, Patrick Mahomes. My fourth wide receiver is Emeka Egbuka. Then after Egbuka, I went so Rashee Rice, Deebo. Hold on one second. Let me go back up. Sorry. So CeeDee Lamb, Rashee Rice, Kyron Williams, Kenneth Walker, RJ Harvey, Debo is my wide receiver 3, Mahomes is my QB1, Igbuka is my wide receiver 4, Travis Kelce, Mark Andrews, Ray Davis is my running back 4. And what's this guy have over here? It sniped me on let's do a little Ron Navy revenge. Who he sniped me? Can we anything we can snipe on his team? Oh, I got Ray Davis. There we go.
Oh yeah, yep, perfect.
There you go, pal. There you go. Wasn't even trying. Sniping, and I wasn't even trying. That's funny. All right, back to normal. No super chats pending, right? I got Brian's out of the way. Thank you, 1167. Appreciate you. I don't know who I'm going to take here. Oh, more details about Quinshon Judkins dropping right now.
There.
Just a recap here. Victim told police and Judkins. No, it's just a recap. Okay, on the clock here in a second. I kind of, I'm good at wide. I'm so good at wide receiver. I could go Hollywood here. There's Benson. There's Garendo. I like Garendo. Isaiah Likely. I kind of want to get to cuff to Andrews. I'm gonna swing big with Garendo. Ray Davis, Kenneth Walker, RJ Harvey, and Kyron, right? So Kyron, Harvey, Walker, Ray Davis, Garendo.
Yep. I like that.
Eckler, Bryce Young, Hollywood. I like Cam Ward here. If any reason. Where did Dak go? Because he went kind of early. Yeah, went at 110.
He was, 5 weeks.
I wanted to cuff him to Lamb, but he got snagged really early.
Oh, Ward is 10 as well.
Yeah. And Isaiah Likely got snagged too. Yeah, you guys, I got some snipers in the building. Well, you know what? I'm gonna go Ward anyway.
I was just gonna say you could carry 2 of them as long as you get one other guy.
Yeah, I don't want to miss.
With it.
Elite QB. I think he's gonna be elite, so I need him. By week 10, I'm hit pretty hard in by week 10. No Lamb, no Rice, no Kelce, and no quarterbacks. So week 10 is going to be brutal. But week 10 is a pretty tough bye week for everybody. So it's not like, it's not like people are going to have like the
right.
Smitty got offered for my London Rice and Krosky Merritt Dynasty. I can get more. He's got Blue Williams, his better players I really don't like. Okay, so Smitty got offered my London for Rice and Krosky Merritt. I love Rice, bro. I do. But I'm gonna say London. London's a first round player.
Yeah.
He's getting drafted a little bit after the first round, but that's a value. London's a first round player. Rice is a great 2-3 turn player, fantastic upside to be nearly as good. Like him and Rice and London are 2 of my favorite players that we're constantly telling people to draft. So London is a smash. But so is Rice. That's not to say Rice isn't a smash, but you got to take the London side. I love Krosky Merritt, but he's not moving the needle much. because there's still a
Yeah,
lot.
he needs something bigger.
My London for Rice cross. Yeah, so keep London then. Arthur, appreciate your super chat, bro. Man, couple players getting sniped on me here. So I still like the team a lot, though. Mahomes, Ward, Kyron, Kenneth Walker, Harvey, Ray Davis, Garendo, Lamb, Rice, Debo, Ibuka, Kelsey, Andrews. Couldn't have a better receiving crew, I think, in CeeDee Lamb, Rice, and Debo and Ibuka, though. That's pretty damn good. Kelsey, Andrews is damn good. I probably wouldn't have taken Andrews if I thought I wasn't going to get likely, but that's okay. And I probably would have maybe gone a different direction with Walker had I thought I wouldn't get Charbonnet. So some lessons learned when you're watching. That's how I'm thinking, at least. Not everything's going to be perfect. Like, would I rather go back? I've drafted a lot of Travis Hunter, though. Would I rather go back and have Travis Hunter over Kenneth Walker? Probably right now I would. All right, anything else, boys, on the phone line before I let you guys jump? I'll be back at, God, it's going to be 2 hours. I'll be back.
Yeah. No, I'm good. I'll talk to you at 8 whenever you're back.
All right, see ya. Bye. Damn, I timed out.
Later.
Yeah, I'm good.
All right, later. Son of a B, man. Wasn't looking. Timed out an alligator. Son of a B. Son of a B. God, that really craps on my ability to get another RB. I gotta house him as my last RB. I wish I could drop him. Pat Bryant's pretty nice right here. Let me see what QBs. I need a QB for bye week. Jeez, man. I guess I'll go Pat Bryant here. Man, that sucks. Still a pretty good team. I mean, I'm not gonna make you guys sit through this whole thing. We're gonna jump out of here. Be back at 8 p.m. Eastern. This is the squad so far, though. Great start. Just didn't fall. Some things didn't fall right. It's the way it is. CeeDee Lamb, Rice, Kyron, Kenneth Walker, Harvey, Debo, Patrick Mahomes, Ibuka. Solid squad. We'll be back at 8 p.m. Eastern. If you guys want to draft on Underdog like this, make sure you hit the link that's in the description of the video. We'll be drafting at midnight tonight. Not the next show. The show after that. So click that link and subscribe so that you're ready for the midnight Underdog show. See you all later. Appreciate you. And Garrett Wilson to the moon.
Many wonder what motivates and drives Garrett Wilson.
I mean, Garrett Wilson, to me, is more like a third rounder. Steve, wouldn't you agree? I think, he doesn't belong up there with the top 5, 6, 7 wide receivers, don't you think?
Please report to the moon. Space-time continuum reset.
DC Hogs, appreciate you. Says try to move Puka and a question for London. Have Bijan Dynasty. Try and move Puka and a question for London. Yes, definitely. I mean, I'd take London over Puka and Dynasty anyway, but yes, try and get something, of course. Try and get a first rounder. If you can't do that, try and get, a player that you love, bro. 100%. But I like London more than Puka and Dynasty. Appreciate you, my boy. I'm live Monday through Friday, 8 p.m. Eastern, every single Monday through Friday. Additionally, live whenever big news breaks like this show right here, like the Jennings show earlier this morning, like the update to the Judkins show this afternoon. We've got 3 live breaking news shows. This is the 3rd. And then we're live at midnight Eastern, and then we're live at 8 p.m., which is coming up. That show's coming up. Make sure you guys get ready for the 8 p.m. show. Do it live. See you all tonight.
Your Bijan card has been revoked.